I have an absolute ton to do today, but first things first, we're in the base world and we have 3 meteors spawned in areas where players plan on building, and they're going to be very inconvenient. We all agreed that we will keep the maximum number of meteorite on this world so that we don't get any spawning in people's builds. So I am tasked with removing all of this and placing it in the sky above spawn. Okay, apparently Dante is building above spawn, which means I need to find a new location for placing all of this meteorite. I think I'll try to go above an area that has no base in it. Maybe over here. Before any of you guys worry about this particular location, this was going to be Cheesy Panini's base for a time, and she started setting up shop here. However, she has since decided to move to the desert, so I'm not worried about this island being used. I am worried about all of these harpies, however, but I'm sure I'll figure out a way of placing the meteorite here. I was going to leave that part out of the video, but I know how much you guys enjoy watching me in those tight situations. But now, how's about a proper introduction? Greetings, Terrarians, Khaios here. Welcome to TerraCorps Episode 4. Today, we've got a building-heavy day with my first minigame, the Shopping Center Castle, plus it's a mining world reset, and there are some fresh resources that I would like to grab. But first, I wanted to thank you all very much for the support that you've shown the other TerraCorps content creators. In such a small amount of time, Kyushin and Guys have already broke 1,000 subscribers each, with Kujo only a dozen or so away, and I really appreciate it. You all are truly amazing, so thank you. I'd also like to say that we are well on the track to hitting 300,000 subscribers by summer, and if we manage that, it's even possible that we break 400,000 by the end of the year. So, if you're enjoying TerraCorps so far, please consider subscribing to my channel as well. With that out of the way, let's get into today's episode. Now, up next on the agenda is this little chest that I teased at the very end of the last video, and it says do not open. Well, we're going to be opening it, and we're going to be taking a peek inside, and we're going to be talking about what all of this means. So this is going to be a very expensive project for me. As you can see, these are all of the stars that I've contributed to it. It's about 2 stacks plus 1 star, I think. It's 2 stacks of stars. These are going to be prizes for a minigame that I'm planning. And given the title of this video, and given what you're seeing here, I'm pretty sure you can figure out what I have in mind. So I'm going to hop over straight to the building, or to the shopping world, get started on this minigame, and then we'll talk a little bit more about exactly what it entails. Obviously, the minigame is not quite yet done. It has a lot of detail work left to go into it, and I need to restock on materials and paints and get a whole bunch of other things and bring them in for me to finish this. But before I do that, because I'm probably going to end up doing that off camera, I figured it might be a good idea to just show you guys what this minigame is all about and how the other people on the server will be playing it without having to destroy the final version of it. But essentially what we're going to have are these graves that are just brown painted clay all the way down with chests underneath. Now this will be dark, they won't be able to see down there. Not that it matters, they're unable to open the chests, and I made it far enough that even if they get the tool belt from the Christmas event, they shouldn't be able to reach that. If they are, then I'll just extend this once we get into hard mode, but I don't think I'll need to. There's going to be a chest where they make payments and they pick up a shovel, and they'll be depositing the shovel in the chest along with any clay they get and anything else necessary, like to get down here. The tombstone, for instance, I want those returned as well. So any players that come by here, they'll see which ones have already been looted. It'll look like all but 2 are looted. So they'll grab their shovel and they're allowed to dig straight down. That's it. Technically speaking, you could reach over here by going left or right. That would be against the rules. It's going to be written in the rules. They're only allowed to dig straight down. It's going to be very important. And then when they're done, they pick up the headstone, they return it in here, they return the shovel, and they return however many clay they get. And then that is done. They take whatever is in the chest. Now, this thing's going to be pricey, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but it's also going to have a high chance. Well, maybe not a high chance, but a chance for a big reward. Making some steady, good progress on this minigame. I'm getting more and more excited for it, and these are still empty chests, but I did test out filling them up with clay that's been painted brown, so it kind of looks like dirt. And I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, so it doesn't blend in with the blocks too much, and 2, because it kind of acts as an anti-cheat a little bit. People will dig this up, and unless they have a paint sprayer and brown paint with them, they won't be able to replace it if they're unhappy with their selection. Not that I think anybody will be cheating, I just think it's funny. And I know that's not a tombstone, but it does give you a good idea of what this is going to look like when it's filled in. I'm really excited for it. I'm really looking forward to this being done. The next thing that I want to work on in terms of the graveyard is the starting area where the players will be purchasing the shovels for use and everything. That's going to be a small crypt right around here. And then I want to do some tunnel work down here leading to the subway system that Cheesy Panini's been building. And I want to do something nice in here as well. I'm not sure exactly what I have in mind for that yet. I'll probably start with the crypt because I have a better idea of what I want to do there. And then we'll go from that point forward. The other thing that I need to do is get all of the tomb cases ready with all the loot. Shortly after finishing the crypt, and while I was working on gathering the loot for the minigame, I had a random encounter with Kyushin. Wait. So let me get this straight. You show up to my house, and you're like, you're going to buy this stuff. I just want to know how much you're going to pay.
Yeah.
I don't see anything in there.
Huh, that's convenient.
Alright, come here. Well, see, here's the thing. I planned on possibly selling that particular item, so it makes it a little
whatever you're planning on
confusing.
selling it for, I'll take half.
Why?
So if you're selling it,
that's the thing. I haven't decided yet. So you said 5 for the chest.
5 for the chest. And how about 12 for the other thing?
So much for my stack. I was just about to make another stack, and now I'm 9 crystals away. I'm kidding. There you go.
Thank you.
Wow. Are you at your base right now?
I am at my base. Are you ready to pay your debt?
I sure am. Well, Khaios, I hope you're happy. Wait, I
Do
didn't
you
get
post stream VODs?
I don't. Wait, let me quickly grab them. I didn't pick them for
So
sure.
you don't have a place that anybody could go back and watch this bet. We're just gonna tell them that we had a bet, and I won 50 mana crystals. We're not gonna. Nonetheless, we did have a bet, and
yes.
you did lose.
So Khaios, wanna tell you how much the bet was for?
It was for 50 mana crystals. You're lucky because
So-
the original bet that I suggested was a stack.
A stack, yeah. And okay. So what happened was we basically had this RNG-based game called Marbles, and whoever got the highest position on the leaderboard would give the other person 50 mana crystals.
Yes.
And this race was so tense. It was really close. Like, at some point we were kind of neck on neck.
Yeah, except you fell off at the very end anyway.
I fell off, yeah. And then I tried to offer the double or nothing, but you wouldn't take it.
No, you never take that because you have to feel. Apparently, my inventory's full. You have to feel the sting of losing a bet. I'm not gonna let you get off easy.
You could have.
I fell off the
Taken-
second one, so I would have lost, and then we would have
lost.
See, you wouldn't have felt the sting of gambling.
Well, Khaios, I hope you're happy with your decision. There's your 50.
You can
And
keep
we'll-
that start.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will definitely. I will
Hey,
need
hey,
it.
hey,
Okay.
hey,
I
hey.
have. Yeah.
You know, maybe I'll end up spending this in your shop, and then maybe you'll spend it back in
Well-
my mini game.
Well, you better spend it in my shop, and then I'll spend it right back at you.
All right. See, I'm back up to 11.
Wait, 11 stacks?
I contributed 2 to the minigame that I'm building as well. So technically
What?
I have 13 stacks, but
13 stacks? That is insane.
all right. So here we have 10 different treasure chests for the Gravedigger minigame. The first prize, simply stack of mana crystals. Can't beat that considering you're paying 30. You get that. You just went over triple. The next one, you get your 30 mana crystals back, plus some wood, plus some blue brick, which is quite difficult to get right now, and gold coins. And there are 2 of those. The next one is 15, so you lose half of your earnings, but you do get some crate action here. These 4 ocean crates will be a big deal. The golden crates aren't half bad either. It's not as much as, these 2, but again, it's not the winning crate, right? The winning chest. The next one, you really lose out on your money, but you get several days worth of fishing quests between the 2, and there are varied quests between all of them, so it's a nice variety. I thought about just stockpiling one type of quest, but that's really not too helpful. So there's those, not the greatest of value, but you still get something for your money at the very least. The next one down might be a little bit better, actually. You get less mana crystals, definitely. But these statues are quite valuable, and at least me personally, I'm currently selling the heart statue for 20 mana crystals a piece. Bass statues will also be fairly expensive, and all of these are using or summoning statues, so they all have a purpose. And then the next chest down, there's a stack of wormhole potions. Given that we're on a server, it's very important for us to be able to teleport around, and I will be opening a shop to sell these in the future. But I figured I've got a lot of fish and blink root laying around. I can just craft a couple stacks of these potions and put them in here for kind of the lowest losing chest. At least you still get something. And actually, that would be 1 mana crystal per potion here, which is not a bad price. So in a way, I don't think anybody will come out a loser from playing this game, but if everybody plays and loots all 10 of these chests, then I make a decent profit off of it as well. Looking forward to it. I'm going to get these all transferred over to the Gravedigger minigame. and then I'll tell everybody that it's ready to play.
Alright, let's read. Welcome to the Gravedigger game, a game of chance. Dig a grave and loot the chest below. Price 30 manas per grave. No refunds. Grand prize contains 99 mana crystals. Woo! Please read rules on the following board. Place payment and take shovel from chest below. Dig only one grave per shovel. Only dig down. After taking your prize, leave the tombstone, shovel, and clay blocks in the grave chest. Do not fill the grave back in. Any prize items left in a box will be kept and recycled when the minigame is refilled. Oh. Alright, I think I've chosen.
Have fun.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a sad irony.
What'd you get?
An imp statue.
You got the one with the imp statue in it.
Oh god.
Oh, that's too good. That's too good.
Oh, that's perfect.
Brand new weekly mining world, and I might as well take the opportunity to go through here and harvest what I can before it's all gone. Now, I'm not necessarily after the wood. I was just trying to see if I can get any fruit out of it. I'm gonna leave the wood up to Cushion. I do not mind shopping at her store. I'm gonna pick a random direction and hope that I find the dungeon, because I'd really like to get a dungeon door. I love those doors, and they're gonna be quite hard to get until we defeat Skeletron, which should be in the next episode. If this episode comes out on time. If not, it'll be in this episode, who knows. But before that happens, I'd like to stockpile on some of the dungeon stuff anyway. Right now I've got like green dungeon brick and pink dungeon brick. I have one door because Cushion beat me to the other one. That's why I'm kind of trying to take advantage of the fact that I reset the world and I am the first one on because, you know, I reset the world. So we have corruption today. Every week that I do this, I do random, and it just so happens to be that it's been alternating, I think, every week. But I think I'm going to come through here and gather a whole bunch of the Ebonstone too. I'm really low on Ebonstone. Here's the dungeon. Really low on Ebonstone, really low on dirt, really low on stone. And I would like to remedy those problems today, if at all possible. I'm going to start off by getting the stuff that I really want first. The brick we could fight for later, but I might as well grab these decorations. These books are pretty much the rarest thing for us until we kill Skeletron, so might as well pick them up. Same goes for these shelves. They're not easy to find. I don't know how I feel about these lanterns in general, but we'll pick one up. Yeah. Lots to do. I'm going to start harvesting this, and we'll see where we go from here. Now, some of you might be having a panic attack because I'm going into the dungeon before we fight Skeletron, but this is what my depth meter is for. As long as that doesn't go below 0, I should be perfectly safe. And even if I'm not, I think I can ice mirror out of... Oh my god, that worm just gave me a heart attack. I think I can ice mirror out of here before anything bad happens. Oh, hello. I don't know what it is, but the sound of breaking blocks in a time lapse is super appealing to me. It's not quite on the same level as breaking thin ice, but it's close. I just love this sound. Alright, so I ended up getting more than I originally planned because I thought of something that I might do with it. In the meantime, a meteorite has landed on this world, and I need to find it because I plan on doing some stuff with meteorite in the future. So I have no idea where it's landed yet. I'm gonna go scout it out. I'm gonna mine it out before anybody else can, because why not? It is finally done-ish. There's still some work that needs to be done. I haven't done any of the basement area stuff. I've just blocked it off for now. And I'm going to be changing out the furniture once we have access to the dungeon, some actuators, some other materials that I want. I'll probably change this periodically throughout the season. But it looks like all of the NPCs are relatively happy. They're throwing a party, for crying out loud. So that means, with this out of the way, I can finally tear down the horrible box monstrosity that is currently sitting in the world. Now, I do need some explosives, so I'm just going to go over here and buy some because I don't have any on me. Why not? I feel like 30 ought to do the trick, probably more than enough. And we're going to take down this box. But before I do, you might be wondering, what's with the little pools of lava outside of the tall gates? Well, whenever there's a gap next to a tall gate like this, just a hole in the floor, zombies will not be able to break it down during a blood moon. Or anything that can break down a door will not be able to open the tall gate. With normal doors, you could just put a piece of furniture on the other side, but since tall gates neither swing left nor right, they normally can be broken down no matter what. So having a gap there prevents zombies, for whatever reason, from actually breaking down the door. But there's a smaller variant of the zombie that ends up falling into that gap, and it can break down the door during a blood moon. So the little bits of lava there are to kill those small zombies before they open up a door. Finally, this box. It is time. I'm super excited. I love blowing things up in Terraria. One of my favorite things to do in this game, oddly enough, is destroying my own builds. I know that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm tearing down a horrible box monstrosity that doesn't belong in this shopping world of ours, but I have destroyed builds that I have spent weeks or months working on, and it's oddly pleasing. I don't know why, I just get a kick out of it. I might even leave a crater here for now. Somebody can fill it in later. We could do something with it. Memorialize this. Leave a message to whoever built the box monstrosities. You guys know who you are. There are two of you. You know who you are. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. We had a very busy day. We got the minigame built. People have already played it 5 times. There's still 5 more attempts in there and a fair bit of loot for people to get. We finished up the first part of the town castle. Again, it's not quite done, but I hope you all have enjoyed today's episode of TerraCorps. I'm hoping to have the next one out by Sunday, and this one will be action-packed as we'll be taking on Skeletron, diving into the dungeon, and I'll be building my second shop. I'll also check the profits of my first shop and minigame at the time to see what we've earned. Be sure to swing by twitch.tv/Khaios live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time for another live stream on TerraCorps, as I'll likely be demolishing an entire dungeon down to the brick, or until I get tired of it. For now, however, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you all later. Happy building.